back. So earlier I made a video about, how the Lord is increasing and stretching my faith in this season. And it's because of the fact that I have to learn how to let him be God. Let Yahweh be Yahweh. He is all powerful and almighty. And for him, nothing is impossible. And with him, we can do all things. And so the Lord has reminded me that all I have to do, even in me wanting so badly for my daughter's situation to be better, is just stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Because if he did it before, he'll do it again. And although God may not show up when we want him to, he is always on time. I know that that's a cliche that people always say, but it is the truth. He is never late. And he is never slow. It's like he does. He always shows up at the right time during the proper season. And so it's also when we're ready. When we're ready for that thing mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So therefore, when he blesses us this time, we won't mess it up or tear down that thing in which he has built up, or mishandle the blessing in which he has given us. So a lot of times we do that, and sometimes we'll receive that thing that we're praying to God for, and sometimes we'll receive it prematurely. And a lot of times when the Lord allows that to happen is because he wants us to see and understand that we weren't ready. Even though, sometimes when we feel like we're ready, we're actually not mentally ready, or physically ready, or maybe financially ready for that blessing that the Lord is giving us. And then there are times when he's actually saving us, saving us from ourselves, saving us from making a mistake, or just building us up and establishing us in those areas of our character in which we need to be transformed or renewed or strengthened or built up. So in this season of, I guess I could say of, I want to say lack, but in this season of waiting, waiting for the situation to change, waiting for God to open that door that needs to open. In this season of waiting, he has already worked it out, worked it together for our good. He has already prepared that place because he does go before us, and it's just a matter of time before he opens that door. But we have to learn, and I know that I have to learn how to let God be God and not get in his way, because sometimes we can get in God's way trying to help, when in all actuality what we need to do is sit back and allow the Lord to do what he is doing in that person's life, whether it be a loved one or a significant other or a friend, whomever that person may be. Even though the longing and desire in us to help them may be strong or overwhelming at times, it's because what we need to do is pray in that moment where we feel the urge to help. If we're not able to provide that thing that that person is needing, then the one thing that we can give that matters the most is a prayer. A prayer for things to change, a prayer for strength for that person, a prayer that they endure, a prayer that their faith does not fail, a prayer that they will continue to believe and trust in the Lord with all their hearts, a prayer that we will grow, in that area where we lack spiritually in that season as well, because sometimes a lot of times the Lord is working on us as well as those that are attached to us. And so therefore, it all works together for all of our good and not just that one person. I just needed to add that because that was something that the Lord spoke in my spirit right now. What I need to do the most is pray and stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, because he is working. Although we can't see it right now, he is in control and he is working it out in my child's favor. I just believe that. I trust that. And it's going to get better for her and for my grandkids. And so, as I stated before, this too shall pass. Trouble don't last always. And so this is just an encouraging word, not just for, in relation to my daughter, but also for others that may be, you know, in a season of waiting, or in a season of growth and transformation. It's just a word I feel like we all may need, especially going into this new year. We are expecting great things. We have our goals set, and everything, and we want everything to work out, and it will, as long as we be consistent, as long as we persevere, and as long as we align ourselves with the word of God. And even though we're not perfect beings, if we fall, there's always grace, and there's always mercy. And there's also forgiveness. So with that being said, I pray that this blesses someone just as much as it has blessed me, and given me a peace in my spirit regarding the situation. And I just thank God in advance for everything that he is doing. And so, yeah, I hope that everyone have a great night, and whoever watches this video, it was meant for you to see it, and to God be the glory. Be blessed.